Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Fully Off and welcome to another episode of Minecraft. Right, I can't put it off any longer. I need to build myself a wheat farm. I just can't keep these guys fed quick enough doing this manually. So I'm going to build a big greenhouse behind me. I've started doing a bit of groundwork, I've dug into the walls and put a few pillars up. So I'm going to do that today, or that's what we're going to do today. So before I do anything, it's going to be fully automatic. Really, we're going to have wheat growing in here, and we're going to have a system of rails underneath it, and we're going to have a couple of farmers in here doing the farming for us. Now, I've only ever done this before using one farmer, which worked fine. It worked perfectly. I've never tried it with two. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to do that. It's a bit of trial and error really. But before I start doing any groundwork around here, with it being outside, I just wanted to stick up a bit of a perimeter to stop myself being inundated with mobs. And I'm thinking of building it out of stone and glass. In fairness, the stone is the closest thing to sort of a steel greenhouse frame, the look that I was after, that I could find in this texture pack. I might change it later. There's no reason why I can't mess about doing it later. But for the time being, have I got no stone on me? Unbelievable, I put all my stone away. Fabulous, let's just dig a bit of stone out, shall we? Save me going downstairs to get it. So I'm digging it into the wall. It's actually going to be built into the wall, which means I can access it without having to go outside, which is going to help me out. Because nobody likes going outside, especially when it's dark. Have I told you how scared I am of creepers? Terrified of them, if I'm truth be told. So we'll lob a bit more glass down. There's not going to be access to it from the outside. I don't want to put doors on there or anything like that. And it's pretty much all going to be made out of glass. So I'm going to have some stone stairs going up the middle as supports, but there's going to be glass on the roof as well. So it is going to be very glass heavy, but then that's what greenhouses are. So let me finish, I'm just going to finish doing this, and then you can have a quick shifty when I've done it. Right, so I've put the glass around the outsides of it to stop me being interrupted, and I've got no torches to stop me being interrupted while we're doing the groundwork, and I've also put a temporary wall up there just to stop mobs from falling over the top and jumping on me. The old ninja creeper effect. So we should be safe to start doing all the groundwork. Now, this is the level that I want the farm to be on. So this is all going to be ploughed land at the end of it. There are going to be water source blocks in there, in there, in there, and in there. And that'll hydrate that entire area. And I'm going to stick a couple of lily pads over the top of them so the farmers don't fall in. The problem, you see, if the farmer does fall in to the water, he jumps up and down trying to get out, and when he jumps out, he jumps again, and that's just going to flatten the land, the ploughed land around the holes, and stop him from being able to plant in them. So the next step is to dig all of this out to replace it with dirt. But I also need to dig down 2 levels as well, because underneath here there's going to be a system of minecart rails where they hop a minecart on it that goes backwards and forwards and picks up everything that the farmer drops, and that's going to go to an unloading station probably over here somewhere, which is going to empty out into a couple of chests and then be funneled off over to the storage system. Actually, it might not be funneled off over to the storage system. I might actually funnel it off over to a couple of other villages that I'll have not too far away that are going to be making bread. Maybe I'll do that inside. We'll do that inside. We'll have a little bakery set up inside, and then the bread that they make can be funneled off over to that system there and automatically thrown to the villagers, so I can actually get rid of that chest there. But next step is to dig all this out. Okay, I've done the groundwork. I've dug it down 3 levels, and I've replaced the bottom level with stone brick, purely so I don't dig through it if I'm tunneling around underneath and I see stone brick knocking around. I know that there's probably something on it that I shouldn't be digging through, and that way I won't accidentally dig through and ruin it, because once it's in, and once the level, this level here is dirt, once all this is in above it, if anything goes wrong underneath, I'm not going to be able to sort it out without digging everything else out, and I'll have villages on the top and everything, so I really don't want to be doing that. So stone brick's the way to go. So now I'm going to come up with a design for the minecart rails. It probably is going to enter one side and go around and gradually work into the middle, but it depends how the minecarts work on the rails. If you put a minecart rail going one way and then a minecart rail going the other way, it always sort of goes to one side or the other, and I can't remember how it orientates, so I'm going to have to go and grab some rails, some minecarts, and do a bit of testing. Well, let's do a little bit of experimenting. If the rail comes in over here, say it comes in over here, so the minecart's going to, did I pick one up? I did pick one up. That would have been silly, wouldn't it? Obviously the minecart's going to come in that way and go that way and go all the way around there. When it's finished doing all of its stuff, I'll probably want it to come back up this way, and if I do that, if I'm lucky, it'll go the right way. If this goes to the left, we're in luck. Of course we're not in luck. I could, I suppose, have it coming in on the other side then, and then that way that would work, wouldn't it? Look at the Irish, eh? Not me. So if we have that there, just saves messing around doing stuff, I guess. Oh, so that's not going to work then either way. So it always goes. Oh, which way does it go then? It always goes to the south. Minecarts always turn to the south. Okay, so I've got to maybe I've got to do it coming in. If I have it coming in and then going that way, and then coming out, it will go over the corner and go out. So we'll do it that way instead. It's no big deal. So I'm going to start laying down some tracks and see how far we get. Okay, we've got the rails down, and I've got the areas where I'm going to stick my glowstone. So let me just stick my glowstone in. Glowstone's going to go underneath the water, and it's going to provide a certain amount of light underneath and a certain amount of light at the top as well, obviously. So the water's going to sit on there, and then the ploughed fields are going to sit above that. So now I need to dig underneath here. It was I should have done it while I was laying the rails, but I didn't. But there you go. I need to dig underneath the stone blocks now and put some levers down to power these rails. Oh, I've got a powered rail there that's not powered. I've got 2. Bugger, I'm going to have to sort that out. It looks like I'm going to be left with one. I'm going to be left with one block that's not going to have a minecart going underneath it. I'm going to dig underneath now and stick some levers down to power these rails. Right, so I've got the rails down now. We've got them powered from underneath using some levers. Got them powered using levers apart from that one. Where my lever's gone? Come on. Thought I was being all clever. Thought I'd done it all then. got them powered from underneath using levers. And I'm hoping that's all of them. We'll do a quick test now just to see, shall we? Grab my minecart. So the unloading system is going to be over here. So the minecart is going to enter this way. And hopefully it's going to be a hopper minecart, so it's going to suck things in from underneath. I've managed to sort out that little kajiggy round there that where I was missing a block. So that's sorted now. So this, as long as all the rails are powered, this is going to go around the entire farm. Oh, there's a rail there not powered. That's why we test. Okay. Yeah, I can have that there. That's why we test. Because powered rails almost stop a cart dead if they're not powered. Yeah, so they're okay. Perfect. So that's that job done. Now we need to put dirt around the top, which I don't have on me, so I'm going to have to go and get it. Okay, the top's in, the crops are in, everything's planted, everything's growing, everything's looking fantastic. Now, I'm just the next job is to create an unloading station to unload the goodies when they come back, but as well as corn, as well as wheat that comes back with in the hopper, there's going to be seeds, and I don't really want the seeds. I don't need the seeds, so I'm just going to stick in, as well as the unloading station, I'm just also going to stick in a item sorter to sort out all of the seeds and split them off into some lava somewhere. So we'll get a basic sorter sorted out as well, and then a few chests for the wheat to go into. Ultimately, like I said, the wheat will be funneled off to a couple of farmers, to a couple of villagers around here somewhere. Probably one's got to be a farmer anyway, and they'll make some bread, which will then be fired over there. So I'll knock up an unloading station and an item sorter. Okay, everybody, I'm back for an update. We've installed the minecart unloading system, and that seems to be working fine. We've also stuck in a little an item sorter that sorts the seeds out, so only seeds go through there. Nether quartz is never likely to be up there, so that's never going to enter the system, which is why I've used it. You could use anything really, as long as it's something that's not likely to be put into the system. I mean, you don't want to put dirt or stone or anything like that up there, because if it starts filling up this hopper, it's going to cause a problem. So that's there. It gets spat out via that dropper into the lava, so it shouldn't cause lag because there'll be no entities knocking about. The rest of it comes down here into this output hopper there, which is going to go off wherever we want it to go. So that's working. Brilliant. Now I need, I guess, to start getting the villagers over here. That's going to be good fun, isn't it? So, yeah, I suppose I better start doing that. Right, I've got my tracks in, I've got my seeds. And it's time to get a farmer up there. So this is the way they're going to come up. Now normally we send them this way, like, you know, to the deaths down there. So we need to make sure that that's on not kill, which is the button for the lever for that's upstairs. Also I've had to stick in, and while I was digging all of this out, you might remember a few episodes ago when we first started making this thing, or we just as we'd completed it actually, there was a problem with the villagers dying or despawning. I wasn't sure which was which. I think they were probably dying, because as I was here doing the work, digging all this out, I could hear them dying. taking damage. So I went round the other side, and it is as I suspected. When the minecart falls off the other side, if it falls off the other side onto another villager, the villager falling takes damage. And I lost a couple while I was waiting. So I've put in a delay here. This rail is powered, but as soon as somebody comes over it, it activates the this little timer here, which turns this rail off. So for a few seconds, while the other guy is going around the track and dropping down the other side, this powered rail is off, so nobody else can join the system. So that has added a bit of a delay on there. So now hopefully they won't take damage and die. But that's not what we're here for now, is it? So I've got my seeds. I need to fill his inventory with seeds so he can't pick up. Fisherman. I want a farmer. You can use fisherman. I want a farmer. So there's a dude. He's going to be our guy. So we'll get him up there. Okay, so he's on his way. Now, in order for this to work, as I say, he can't be able to pick up wheat. Now, villagers have got 8 inventory slots. If I fill the entire inventory with seeds, he won't be able to pick up any wheat, although he will still harvest. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, well, that's a problem. He should be here by now. Oh, I didn't. Damn. You know what I didn't do, don't you? Oh my God. I've sent our farmer down there. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, farmer. You know what they say about farmers, don't they? They've got a tough old life at the moment. Even tougher when you're sending them off to the deaths. That is ridiculous. Well, we're going to get rid of you now anyway. Just to take out my frustration on it. Right, so he's gone. Click the switch to save and hopefully find another farmer. Hello, farmer. Oh, your mate there. Crikey. Right. So he's off. He's off and running. I clicked it to save. He'll be safe. I know he'll be safe. Taking all precautions. So where was I? Yeah, inventories in villages. 8 slots. Keep lobbing seeds at them until they can't pick up any more seeds. So I'll stand here and throw seeds at you. Right. You now cannot pick up any more seeds. Because your inventory's full. Yeah? Right, so I now need to get you up here. Which might mean ruining a couple of these crops. However, it's a small price to pay. Just to get you up here. So if we have you, where's my rails? Where's my rails? Where's my rails? Here's my rails. Just go. I can't have you going. See, the mistake I made before as well, with this being ploughed land, and I don't quite know why, but if you run a minecart onto ploughed land off of a track, it falls through onto the rail underneath, and then all you'll see is a farmer's head whizzing around the tracks. It's not a good look, especially when you're trying to get him to farm. So we'll have him go into here, and that way I can get up here with him, block it all off, kick him out of the minecart. Yeah, kick him out the minecart, and we'll start, hopefully, you doing some work. So go on then. Get up there. He's up there. Right. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And block this off. Oh. Crikey, O'Reilly. So now you can't escape. Not that you want to. I know you wouldn't want to. Right, so there you go. Get yourself doing what you do. Brilliant. Now, as soon as he's finished, you see he's dropping the wheat. As soon as he's finished, or as soon as he's moved away from that corner and gone over there somewhere, I'll replace these with dirt. But I don't want to do it while he's here because I don't want it to fall through. I am a little concerned that I'm hoping that village, you see, he keeps running to that corner because of that village. I'm hoping that this is within range and he will be able to farm all of it. If he doesn't, then I've wasted the last 3 hours doing this because he'll be interfered with by that village. However, I'm hoping he's close enough to be inside the range of the village. We'll see, shall we? Actually, what I'm going to do, I don't want him running back over here and then running straight down a hole. So if I do that, I can replace him at will, really. Get that there. Get myself my dirt. There. I tried to put an enchant on my hoe for some reason and breaking or something. It was having none of it. Didn't want me to do it. Right, so I've done that. I really could do with having a bit of glass up here, but I'll worry about that later. Worry about a lot of things later. Worry about that later. See, he's all the way over there now, which is good. Block that off. So now we should start getting some wheat in this chest. And we have started getting wheat in that chest. And nothing else. That's perfect. I need to get outside now so we can see him from outside, not down that way. Down this way. I've got loads of little rat holes running around here, there and everywhere. And it's dark. Nearly. But I don't care because I'm happy. And hopefully this little exercise we've just done now, I will get another farmer up there because I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with it. And if it doesn't work, then we'll just get rid of one of the farmers. But as you can see, you might not be able to see it happening now, but there's wheat floating on the ground there. As soon as the hopper minecart goes underneath it, there you go, it's disappeared. It picks it up. So that is fantastic. So I'm going to call it a day for today in front of our new fully automated farm. So thank you for watching, everybody. It's been brilliant having you along as usual. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. It really does mean a lot. And if you've loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future episodes. This is Fully Off, and I'm out of here.